Spent the last year trying to figure out what the hell happened to me. Been to the hospital, no help. I'm not on medication, never have been. A little bit about me. My name's Thomas. I was hurt in 1993. I had brain surgery. A bolt had punched a hole in the side of my skull. I recently came to the conclusion that the garage door was actually lodged because of the earthquake that happened in Scotts Mills in 1993. All of this happened in 1993. At any rate, the earthquake. At 5:30 in the morning, I got woke up. I can remember it. I lived in Lafayette, about 50 miles from Scotts Mills. Driving, probably 30 miles as the crow flies. I felt it. It was pretty big. Knocked stuff off our shelves, threw me out of bed. Went outside to see what was going on, and my mom and I both saw what we thought was a red star. It was pretty bright. It definitely stood out against all the white ones. It was from the direction of my porch. You're looking out west towards the Pacific Ocean, the same direction that the sun would set, obviously. But it was, probably 45 degrees up, just right out, up in the night sky. I'll never forget it, ever. But that was coincidental, in my opinion, that March 24th, 1993 was the discovery of the Shoemaker-Levy Comet, the day before the earthquake. Red Kachina. It hit Jupiter. If you want to look it up, you can. If it would have hit us, it didn't. But I got hit in the head. I'm pretty sure it was meant for my father, not me. Halley's Comet came by later that year. Blue Kachina. I didn't see it, but at my grandparents' house they had tons of, photos and everything on the wall of Halley's Comet. My family's worked with NASA, space shuttles. I've got my own training, the military, the FBI. So from 1993, which I survived the incident, until 2000, maybe 7 years, right? So, where was I in the year 2000? I was standing on the steps of the Abraham Lincoln Memorial, watching the 4th of July fireworks over the reflecting pond. It was amazing. It's all in perception. There's photos. I know I was there. I had photos. Very beautiful celebration. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. I joined the Army. 2001. I was standing in my commander's office 3 days before graduation. And I watched on the computer screen 2 towers fall. on 9/11. I graduated basic training 9/13. I went on to study to be an intelligence analyst. I always wondered why we studied North Korea. It never made sense. They said it was a school thing. In 2001, smoke and mirrors. The fact of the matter is, I didn't know what I was doing. I've always believed that there is a higher power with a higher purpose than us. I never knew that he would ask me to give you what you want to see. It's all about majority rules here. I'm still alive today because so many of you want someone to show up who looks like Jesus, walks and talks like a Savior, and performs miracles. I perform a miracle every single day. I get to hug and kiss my children and my wife daily. And they're the only ones that matter to me. My family, the ones that I created. I've spent the last year literally trying to figure out how to approach all of you. And I mean all of you. All 7.8 billion of you. And then I realized that I've been talking to you the whole time. I had to get over my own fear of stepping out of my shell. Even though all of you have heard me for the last 365 days talking to myself out loud. Never wrote it down. The dreams never stop. Prophecies, whatever. They're just dreams. 30 years of dreams. Let me tell you about one. I was 4, maybe 3 years old. I still remember it. I was standing on a staircase in a brick building, half destroyed. There was a river down to my right. I could see the sky was just completely red. There was smoke billowing, like horrible. I'm like 3. I don't know what to think of it. And then I found that set of stairs. And once I saw that set of stairs, the deja vu of that dream came back. But none of the red was there. None of the destruction. The brick building's still there. The staircase is still there. The direction I looked at the mountain is still there. And I'm still here. I want to let you all know that through compassion for one another, by treating your neighbor the way you want to be treated, by not pointing your one finger at anyone else, because these 3 are pointing right back at you. If you find yourself pointing your finger at someone else, maybe you should really stop and take into consideration there's more fingers pointing at you than there is at someone else. And if you feel the need to point out the errors that someone else has committed, maybe you yourself need to seek a little bit of inner peace. Bob Marley. I'm anointed with oil. You can say that again. I firmly believe that a mother named Mary gives birth to virginly whenever there's not enough sun. And when we run and we hide in the caves, and our women don't get the sunlight that they need, they will realize that genetically they may not make it, and they will bear offspring. I love myself. There's nothing in this world that will take me away from my family. I'm not focused on democracy. I'm not focused on money. I don't care about the next Bitcoin pyramid hypothesis. Who cares? You know what my hypothesis about the pyramid is? It was one person who knew that he could be the only one left if that nuclear weapon was detonated on top of that pyramid. Shiny limestone, more like melted. I see someone deceiving an entire population of people, vaporizing all of them. None of that moisture was ever returned to the soil. It was carried away by the wind. Vaporized. And this man killed